How's it going, guys? I am Sam Jagoda. I have been playing PXG golf clubs for about 4 years, and I've been officially sponsored by them for the last 2 years. I get a ton of questions about PXG. How does it work? How are the clubs? What's the fitting like? So I wanted to come on here and share my experiences and opinions about the company, the clubs, and the fitting process. Although I am sponsored by PXG, this is not an ad read. This is not their opinions necessarily. This is just purely my own thoughts and my experiences in the last couple of years with them. One thing a lot of you guys don't know about me is that I actually started playing golf in 2020. I'm a COVID golfer. When I first started, obviously I was terrible, and I got myself some hand-me-down thrifted clubs from Goodwill, and I had a lot of fun with those. So when PXG invited me out to test out their new Gen 4 driver, I was a little bit nervous and a little bit confused as to why they would want me to come try it out. Everything I had heard about PXG up until that point is that it was made for scratch golfers and professionals. So when I went in for my fitting, I was honestly worried I might be the worst golfer my fitter had ever worked with. But genuinely, the moment I stepped into my fitting, the entire perspective shifted for me. The fitters were super welcoming. They chatted with me about my game. They chatted with me about my current clubs, and I had a blast. I think I really learned a ton in that first fitting. When beginners and new golfers come to me and ask, hey, should I get fit right away? Should I buy brand new clubs right away? My usual advice is that I think you should go out and find something used, find something cheap that you can go out there, whack it around on the course, whack it around in the range, and find out if you love golf. And if you do end up loving golf, as I do, that's the moment when I'd recommend you should go schedule a fitting. Going through the fitting process, learning about your game, and getting to pick out what you like and don't like is an incredible experience. It flipped a switch in my brain that made me go from golf is fun to, oh my gosh, I can't get enough of this. PXG's fitting experience might seem like a big commitment, and I definitely understand the mentality behind, well, I'm going through swing changes. I want to wait till my swing is perfect, but I definitely want to tell you that regardless of where you're at, getting fit is going to be super helpful, and these clubs are going to be able to grow and scale with you as you get better and better. Now let's talk about the clubs themselves. As I explained, I am far from a professional, and I can't really discuss the golf clubs on a pro level with you. I just don't have the knowledge or the golf game or the experience. But honestly, I don't want to. I want to talk to you about the clubs from a perspective of somebody that 4 years ago could not break 100. And now today, I'm a single digit handicapper. My low score is 69, and I've had multiple rounds that were at even par or under par. That's not a direct result of PXG's golf clubs. I had to put in a ton of work to improve my swing, to figure out my course management, and build confidence in myself and my game. But having the right set of golf clubs genuinely made a massive difference. Let's start with the irons. Right now, I play the PXG Gen 7 irons. These guys right here. Every set of PXG irons I've ever played have felt amazing. I started with the Gen 4 and I worked my way all the way up to the now Gen 7. I believe that their irons have always been top notch, and even though every generation is an improvement on the last, the difference between one iron to the next is fractional, which is great news for golfers that are just now getting fit into Gen 7 irons, because you have the confidence to know that your irons are gonna be top of the line for years to come. In my opinion, the most important upgrade in equipment that PXG has ever made is this Black Ops driver right here. If you wanna go test out PXG and just get fit for one golf club, I highly recommend it be this one. I started playing with the Gen 4 driver, and I've worked my way all the way up through the generations to now the Black Ops. And while I can confidently say that the other drivers were good, this one is great. I have fallen in love with this club, and I feel more confident off the tee than I ever have. I think I'm a unique golfer because, while for most people, driver is their favorite club, or the one that they always start with on the driving range, it's always been my weakness. I think my reasoning behind it is that I'm a very tempo-based golfer, and when I get the driver in my hands, I kind of abandon what's been working for me and just swing as hard as I can. The Black Ops driver really changed my game, and I've seen scores drop far more with this equipment change than any other thing that I've put in or out of my bag. To wrap this video up, I want to bring up one of my favorite reasons for being sponsored by PXG, and that is the culture and the mindset that they bring to the golf industry. They're always trying out new sorts of ventures, such as opening up a pop-up luxury apparel shop, all the way to launching the PXG Desert Club, which is a super durable single iron that dudes like me can take out into the dirt or into the rocks and get your ball back in play with it. In my content, I'm always looking for new perspectives and challenges within the game of golf. And so I really appreciate that PXG mirrors that mentality. Finally, PXG's attitude towards military veterans has always impressed me. If you're a veteran and you haven't looked into the deals and opportunities waiting for you at PXG, you're missing out big time. It's important to me that US military members are recognized for their service, so I feel honored to be able to promote PXG and get some insane golf clubs into the hands of our veterans. So to wrap it all up, after 4 years of playing PXG golf clubs, I gotta tell you, the fitting is a blast. It is worth your time. I know you're gonna love the clubs, and I know you're gonna love being a part of the PXG troops. Check them out. If you guys wanna hit down in my description, there's a bunch of different ways you can get fit, some more information on everything. And that's all I've got for you today. Hope you guys liked the video. We'll see you next time.